mine to MagicCon in Atlanta. I had never been to a MagicCon. I've been to a bunch of different cons in the con circuit. Over the last 10, 11 years, I've been to a lot of conventions. But it had been a while since I took a vacation, so I went out to MagicCon. So we're going to talk real quick about MagicCon, what some of the cool magic-y stuff we learned there, and some other stuff about that. Let's talk about MagicCon. So first off, bottom line up front, like my buddy asked me, because he'd been to many MagicCons before. He goes, where does this rate as a con? I said, it's a solid 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10. And I think he was initially, because he loves MagicCon very much, he was very disappointed. He was like, but why? And I was like, okay, first off, let's start with the easy one. The venue. So MagicCon Atlanta is held at the World Congress Center, which is right next to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's like a whole big complex. The venue is terrible. It's a bad venue for this type of con. It is just, once you even get to the front doors of the con, and Jay, you'll appreciate this because you go to a lot of like ECC and stuff like that. Imagine if you got to the front door of ECC, but to actually get anywhere in the con, you had to walk another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To get to the show floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole convention center is really long and it's laid out really weird to get to it. And it's like a series of like, walk here, go down, walk here, go down, walk here, go down. It's really funky. And I didn't like the venue. I don't. I talked to some of the...
Is it all just one floor? Or
no,
like...
it's 4 floors that kind of like shift down as you go.
Oh, so kind of like Emerald City.
But where Emerald City is stacked, it's like one floor.
Oh.
It's really weird. And I don't...
That is weird.
It's not built for fandom type conventions. Which brings me to the show floor. Not surprisingly to me, this is where it gets dinged a little bit. The show floor is lackluster. Okay. It's a MagicCon, so the primary vendors there are all magic related. I was hoping to see more like accessories and the people that sell other stuff. The Dragon Shield booth was really bad. Some of the other booths were really bad. I didn't like, the show floor was just pretty lackluster. My suggestion to Wizards is do what ECC did. Add a tattoo section, because I think that would be dope. Okay? Because people would love to get like little magic tattoos while they're there. The show floor is mostly just buy, sell cards, buy, sell singles, buy, sell singles. And it's not very fun. You can, like, again, ECC, you can kind of get a sense of the show floor in one day, but you can get a sense of the show. You can do a full turn on the show floor at MagicCon in about 2 hours. That's it. It doesn't take long.
Wow.
Okay. It's not very good. So that's the 2 areas where they really get dinged in my mind, is that. Here's the good stuff. Okay. And we're going to talk about some of the other magic related stuff. One of the things that had confused the crap out of my playgroup and a lot of people is Magic had built this whole bracket system for Commander to make it make more sense to everybody to do power levels. And we, for a long time, were like, there's missing piece here, and it wasn't working. They have this whole big Commander area set up there, and the matchmaking they did, you could be by yourself, you could be with a small group looking for other players. The matchmaking, every time I walked into the command zone, the Wizards of the Coast staff who was matching people up by power level, I never waited more than 5 minutes for a game. Not once. Right? And they did it in a way where I now understand the power levels better. Right? I'm like, oh, that's what we were missing. Right? It's structured so well. And again, for a con to get you match made into Atlanta, into games, and I did not have one unpleasant experience. Everybody there was super chill. It was a fun time playing Magic with people who really just wanted to have fun. And the bracket system that they set up, the way they've got it, the way they've set it out, in at MagicCon, A, makes it make more sense, but B, really does make sure that you're within people that are playing at the same power level you are with your decks. So you're not going to sit down. I didn't sit down at a table the whole weekend and just get completely curb stomped. Right? Which we've all had happen. I did do a couple of sealed events at the con for the Spider-Man release. Yay, the Spider-Man Universes Beyond came out. It's not good. It's not.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not good. They should have done with Spider-Man what they did with Assassin's Creed and made it a mini set, but because they're trying to make all the universes beyond standard legal, they didn't. And it's pretty weak. It's not good. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And I think because it's the primary set that MagicCon was, built around, because it's the most recent release, I think that hurt the con a little bit. I think if it was like a really hyped set, like something really, really cool, I think it would have been better, right? But the fact that Spider-Man is just not, it's not great, guys. Like, it's not great. And actually, somebody in the chat saying Magic nerds need to stay in their lanes. I've been saying this for years, and in fact, this person in the chat, oh boy, you're about to find out something funny, Dog Dad. You're about to find out something funny, because also at MagicCon this year, we got the 2026 slate. And I'm going to start with the last one in honor of Dog Dad. In November of 2026, well, let's start with this. Usually they alternate, like standard set, universes beyond, standard set, universes beyond. This is the first year where they're going universes beyond, with Spider-Man released now, and Avatar: The Last Airbender releases next. Next year, we're in a similar situation. We have 4 universes beyond sets coming to Magic. Full sets. Right? But we're going to start with the last one of the year. And that's Star Trek. And we were talking about this in the pre-show, Jay, and you kind of got that same look that you've got on your face right now. So I want you to start. I've been talking for a minute now. What is your, I love that look. That's great. What is your thoughts on Star Trek as a Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond set?
I just don't like it overall in general, Dog Dad. I think you're right. Stay in your lane. I don't want. I find it just kind of weird so I have a Kraken deck, right? I don't want to be freaking fighting the Enterprise. What? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense to me. But then also I was just trying to think of so I'm assuming you would have the ship or a series of ships.
Well, and with the last standard release, the last in-universe was Edge of Eternities, which was a very sci-fi-y, but in Magic lore, right?
Yeah.
And they added ships, specifically stations. And they also made it so that legendary vehicles can be commanders now. So now I think you're going to get about 9 Enterprises in that set, and all of them will be legendary vehicles, and all of the Enterprises can be your commander.
Yeah, this is honestly the stuff that has really turned me off of Magic. So I used to stay late at work, and we would play Magic at work with a group of friends. And it just gets kind of insane with them constantly releasing new cards, new decks, new whatever. And some of them are really cool, I will say. I have bought Secret Lair sets before, love them. Very beautiful cards sometimes. But I just get tired of this endless having to learn new mechanics, and stuff like Star Trek just doesn't make sense to me. It's just a complete cash grab.
Yeah. Well, and so that brings me to August's release, The Hobbit. Now, when they did the Lord of the Rings release, it was very, very popular. It was a very popular Universes Beyond set. And a lot of people were really okay with it because as far as Magic lore and Magic kind of theming, Lord of the Rings kind of fits. So The Hobbit kind of fits. But in June, We're getting another Marvel set, Marvel Superheroes. That's June. So let's go through the whole thing. January is Lorwyn Eclipse, so they're going back to the Lorwyn plane. They've started to do some releases, like some light stuff about what this is going to be. That looks like it's going to be a really good in-universe set. Then we have an unannounced Universes Beyond, which is strange to me, because we know what ones are coming out in June, August, and November. Why aren't you telling us what's coming out in March? Right? So there's a lot of people who are wondering what's going to come of that. April, we have Secrets of Strixhaven. Everybody likes Strixhaven as a plane. The previous Strixhaven set was very, very popular. I think that's going to be a really good popular set. And then we have another in-universe set. This is not a Universes Beyond, called Reality Fracture, which they have said basically nothing about. That's all it's called, is Reality Fracture. But that is an in-universe set. So yeah. I take it you're on the bandwagon of people who are like, we've overdone it with the outside of Magic.
Yeah, like Pokemon had, and I am like really just 151 guy, but Pokemon, like, they would have some weird cards every now and then, right? But it was still always in the Pokemon universe. You never saw freaking
The
USF
Fortnitification.
Enterprise. Yeah, like they just kept it Pokemon, and I think that's what makes it great. I think that's maybe one of the things that like has kept Pokemon alive for forever, because they just don't sell out in that way. I'm sure they've sold out in many ways, but they haven't sold out in that way. Like you make your fans happy. You don't bombard them with stuff that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. There's definitely arguments to be made about bringing new fans into the hobby by using these Universes Beyond sets, because there are fandoms like Doctor Who, that they've done, and Assassin's Creed, and Final Fantasy obviously was a massive hit for Magic this year. But yeah. So anyway, that's MagicCon and kind of all the things we know about the world of Magic. I'm really going to be curious when they release their Q3 10K, which should be here shortly, what we see as far as Wizards numbers go for this year. The rumors on how much they made on Final Fantasy is kind of ridiculous, but we're going to find out. Anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below.